everyone, my name is Vishal Singh and I'll be teaching you chess today. So in the previous class, we completed creating attack with the knight. Finally, that was quite a long topic, and we also started the movement of the pawn. So we'll be completing that today, and that's a very little of that is remaining. And once we're done with that, we'll be heading over to creating an attack with the pawn, uh, which actually is very useful in the the first up in the beginning game, so in the initial game, so that is very useful. All right, so let's start with today's class. I'll be sharing my screen now. All right, so yeah, here we are. So I've told you the pawn can only attack diagonally and then can move one block at a time ahead. So very simple, we'll be capturing the stars, all the stars that we can capture diagonally. Got it? Okay. So now over here, again, very simple to capture the star at b5. The pawn at a4 can easily capture that. Now, the star at d4, which pawn do you think can capture it? Can the pawn at d3 capture it? No, right? Only the pawn at c3. Why? Because it is the only one that can diagonally capture the star at d4. Now you only have one, you can only capture one star using one pawn. Why? Because once you capture any of the stars, you'll be changing the lane entirely. You went from the D file to C file as you saw. So to capture this star, we still have a pawn over here at D3 and we'll be using that pawn to capture this star. Really simple, got it? Yeah. Now this, again, see, then if you're playing as white and this is the initial position of all the pawns, they are all at the second rank, right? I've showed you the board previously in the previous videos. So once if the pawn is moving for the very first time, the individual pawn, okay, it doesn't matter if the other pawn has moved. If this pawn is moving for the first time, it can take a sprint. Sprint meaning it can jump 2 blocks. So it will be moving 2 blocks ahead for the first time, and after that only one block at a time. Okay, so see here I'm getting an option for my pawn to directly move the pawn at at e4 at the fourth rank. Got it? Once I've moved it for the first time, it cannot move anymore for the first time, right? So now see the system isn't allowing me anymore to move it 2 blocks. Now I'm only able to go one block at a time. And now we're finally able to capture the star at d6. Okay, really simple. Now again, this is very simple. Mm, okay, so we can capture all of them diagonally. Okay, so pawn to d3, pawn to e4, and then finally pawn to f5. Very simple. Now again, you have a chance to move all of these 2 blocks at a time. Why? Because they haven't moved from the initial position at all. If you're playing as white, if you're playing as black, the initial position of your pawns will be on the 7th rank. Okay, but we're playing as white over here. So all of these pawns can move 2 blocks directly. Got it? So now we can capture all the stars. So the answer is pawn to e5. Similarly, moving this 2 blocks ahead as well, and then pawn to d5. Same goes over here. Finally, pawn to c5. Okay. Okay. So we are done with the movement of the pawn, and we'll be heading over to creating an attack with the pawn. Okay. So again, as I see, I told you this is the initial position of for all the pawns. The white ones are all at the second rank, and the black ones are on the 7th rank. So now in this situation, you in this specific puzzle, you're playing as black. So how would you attack this pawn at e4? Now you know the pawns can only attack diagonally. So do you think moving your pawn to e5 would be an appropriate move? No, right? Why? Because this pawn will be attacking the blocks at d4 and f4. So playing this move is useless. What you can do is either play this or this, so they can directly attack our pawn at e4. But if suppose you were to play this pawn to f5. What now? The enemy pawn, that the white one, can easily capture it, right? So why did you play that move? It was a wrong move, right? But you can play this move, pawn to d5. You might be wondering why. That is quite the same move. In Well, you are right, but in this case, this pawn is being protected by the queen, so you're not losing any points. This, if even if this exchange does happen, this will only be an equal exchange. Got it? Whereas in the previous case I showed you, you'll be losing a point. Got it? So that is the basic. Also remember, if you're attacking with the pawn, also make sure that the pawn is always supported by some other piece. All right, heading over to the next one. Okay, yeah, very simple. This time you're playing as white. In the previous one, you were playing as black. Here you're playing as white. And what can you attack using your pawns? Do you think what is in the attack range? So all the pawns at the second rank have a chance of moving 2 blocks at a time in a sprint. So these two, even if these two move 2 blocks, they still cannot attack anything. Why? Because the fifth rank is completely empty. Well, this pawn at b2 can actually attack this pawn at c5, but then it is protected by the another pawn at d6 and the queen as well. So attacking that is gonna be quite useless. Now, this moving this pawn only 1 block ahead. Why 1 block ahead? Because this has already moved from its initial position. So even if you move it to e4, it is still attacking nothing. So moving it is useless as well. The only option we have left is the pawn at d4. Well, if you move that ahead, you will be attacking the queen. Correct. We might be wondering, is it supported by anything? Well, yes, it is supported by the R knight in an L pattern, remember? So it is supported, it will be supported by our knight, but look carefully. It is all, even the enemy knight has an attack range over this area. So what we have an additional benefit is that our queen is also would also be protecting this pawn at the same time. So suppose if we play the move, the enemy tries to capture our knight. So we capture the enemy knight. So the equal exchange has occurred, but we lost an extra pawn, right? So suppose the queen captures our knight, we can then capture the enemy queen. Got it? So if the exchange did happen, we would be in an advantage. Why? Because we still have a queen. The enemy lost a knight and a queen. We lost only our knight and a pawn. So we'll be in quite an advantage, right? Heading on to the next one. Okay, here what you can see. You're creating an attack with the pawn. So moving this pawn at h2 to even 2 blocks ahead would do no good. Moving this at h4 would again do no good. This pawn cannot move. Why? Because the pawns cannot jump over pieces, unlike the knights. So, and moving this ahead basically would be a suicide because this pawn won't be supported by anything and it will be killed immediately. Plus, the enemy pawn then will also be attacking your knight. So this is not a good move. What we can do is push this pawn ahead and try to attack the rook. Plus this pawn is also supported by our rook. So this would be a fantastic move to play. Got it? Quite simple. Okay, moving ahead. Okay, now, yeah, this is quite tricky one. Please pause the video and then come back. Okay. So attacking this, you might be thinking is already in the attack range. Well, it is in the attack range, but if you capture this pawn, then the enemy knight will just capture your pawn. So this will be an equal exchange, right? No, why? Because your knight is also capturing this block at d4, and even your queen is protecting. So this would be a perfectly good move to play. Got it? Okay. See? All right. Okay. So that was Oh, yeah. Okay. So that was all for today. We were done with the movement of the pawn that we started in the previous class, and we are currently on creating an attack with the pawn, and we'll be completing that in the next class. All right, so that was it for today's class. I hope you guys had fun, you guys learned something. See you in the next class, and we'll be completing creating an attack with the pawn, and if we have time I'll be teaching you a new rule called n passant, which is actually quite tricky. So I'm excited for the next class. Bye bye, see you guys.